What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of There Is No Video of LeBron James getting dunked on in Ba Sing Se. As always, I'm your host, Zach Cronin, and today we are going to be talking about Guerschon Yabusele signing a one-year deal with the Philadelphia 76ers, a one-year deal worth $2 million for one of the better players at the Paris Olympics. He was probably France's second best player. He averaged 14 points. He shot 52% from the field. But beyond that, Yabusele has been performing well overseas for the last couple of years now. He's been great for every team he's played for. I think regardless of whether or not he allegedly dunked on LeBron James, he was going to get another shot at the NBA because he does one thing exceptionally well, and that is shooting threes. If you look at his three-point percentages over the last couple of years in the EuroLeague for 2023-2024, he shot 48% from three. At FIBA in 2023, shot just a shade under 43% from three. In the EuroLeague in 2023, shot 42%, 43%. Like, it just goes on and on. In fact, for his career overseas, Yabusele is shooting 40.7% from three and averaging 12 points per game to go along with 5 rebounds. That one skill is enough for him to warrant some interest from NBA teams, but he's more than just a three-point shooter. He's a very well-rounded off-ball basketball player. If you watch his clips from when he's with Real Madrid, he spots up, he plays in the post, he operates in the dunker spot. That is a very valuable asset for any team to have, especially if you're a team like Philadelphia who has a big in Joel Embiid who can play from the top of the key, from the free throw line. It opens up a lot for your offense. I don't know if Yabusele would perform as well in the dunker spot as Aaron Gordon, but I would anticipate the Sixers giving him a shot in that role because it just opens up so much for his offense and for your offense if you use him not only as a spot up threat, but also as someone who plays off the ball. He's also very good at running the floor, running the lane, filling the lane properly, finding the open hole in the defense. And I understand that there isn't a direct correlation between FIBA and the NBA, but let's not forget that Yabusele was an NBA prospect and did play in the NBA. That was when he was younger, and it was really just at in inopportune time for him. He was in the NBA before the style that he plays was really popularized. It's a case of wrong place, wrong time. And fortunately for Yabusele, he's still young enough to have an NBA career. He's only 28. He's going to get this contract. He's probably going to perform relatively well. If it all pans out, he gets another contract with another NBA team. And if it doesn't, he knows that he has a spot back in Europe. It's a win-win move for him. I was low-key hoping that Yabusele earned an NBA contract after how he performed in these Olympics because he was spectacular. Again, this is a concentration of talent on the second best basketball team on the planet, and the only guy who was better than him was Victor Wembanyama, who is the next unicorn in the NBA. Obviously I know that Yabusele isn't going to come over to the States and dominate. He doesn't have like the physicals, he doesn't have the ceiling, but he can ball, man, and he can ball for a contending team. And I think that was very much apparent for all 30 teams. It was just a matter of who's going to go ahead and take a chance on this guy. And I think the Sixers lucked out because what do they need in this offseason? What did they lose this offseason? Well, you can always use more shooting and more space. And Yabusele brings that. I don't know how it's going to work out for him defensively. I don't know if he's going to really be a playmaker for them, but that's okay because remember, they have all of these holes plugged already. You have Paul George, you have Tyrese Maxey, you have Joel Embiid, you re-signed Kelly Oubre, and now you bring in a dude who has consistently shot 41% from three overseas. So I think we're just going to take a look at some of his highlights from Real Madrid. I hope that my big ass head isn't in the way. I had to redo my OBS, but I think that just having a little bit better understanding of Yabusele's game will we'll be able to better understand how he'll fit with the Sixers. And now, as I mentioned before, you're going to notice a lot of spot ups. You're going to notice a little bit of running in transition, like right here, just being in what the fuck? Oh my god. Just being in a help position for when your ball handler gets trapped. I don't know why he's making this rotation, but capitalizing on where the defense messes up, creating easy buckets for yourself and your team. Sliding to the corner for the drive. Just like simple, high IQ things. Also, being able to take it off the dribble will be huge. Driving kick, dribble drives. The Sixers are going to have a lot of shooting. So that's almost going to be like a requisite skill for him, is to be able to drive and kick, to find Paul George, to find Maxi, to find Oubre, wherever it may be. We see him hanging out behind the zone here. We get a little one-on-one action in the post right here. I don't know if this will be like a mainstay in his game, but if he gets a small man switched onto him, being able to throw that 260, 270 pound frame, however big he is, again, just more options for Philadelphia. You see right here, semi-transition, this wing, this side of the floor, occupied. You think that your center is, if he's not going to set a screen right here, he's going to fill in the middle. So Yabusele slides to the corner, and guess what? He gets rewarded with a wide open three. Again, simple things. Running the right spots in transition. This is just him being a load on offense, on the offensive glass. I don't know how big of a factor this will be in his game because he's not going to have the same size and athletic advantage. This is a great cut and a great pass as well. But Yabusele, he's not going to be like the biggest, most freakishly athletic guy on the floor. That's obviously where the biggest difference is between FIBA and the NBA. But who knows? Maybe he'll encounter a small lineup. And then this was just a beautiful pass as well. Yabusele fills the middle because that's where the opening is. There's no one there. Great pass. Easy layup. That was great job recognizing that the defender did not close out that well, beating him off the dribble. Don't force yourself into a bad shot. This is just really nice basketball. Get the ball into the middle. Force the help. Attack. This is not dissimilar to what Aaron Gordon does with Denver to a certain degree. Obviously, like Gordon is not hanging out on the 3-point line as frequently, but there are some similarities. If there are consistently breakdowns like this in transition at the NBA level, Yabusele is gonna feast. He has great awareness of where everybody is. You have two guys in the backcourt right here, so it's even numbers. However, the two guys that are going to be on the backside are not looking at their man and the ball. Granted, like I don't even know if they have picked up in transition because this guy should be coming up to guard Yabusele while this dude slides over into the corner. It's just like super odd. But anyway, Yabusele just he keeps running. Like if you're a big, just keep going, man. You will be found. If there's an opening, find it. He could also serve, just like seeing this play, could also serve as a great pick and pop threat if you want to pull a shot blocker away from the basket. That would be fascinating to see employed against like the Jazz if they go against Walker Kessler or somebody. I'm just spitballing here. I'm not gonna make you guys sit through 14 minutes of Guerschon Yabusele highlights because I believe that the point was made. I don't think I think he's going to be an impactful player for Philly. The shooting, fantastic, but the ability to read the defense and find the space in the defense. That was my biggest takeaway from this few minutes of highlights. Just being a smart and an aware basketball player. And when you're looking for role players, that's what you want. You want guys who know where to go, they know what their role is, they understand what their role is, and they're just going to hang out and wait for the opportunities to come to them. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. Thank you guys so very much for coming to hang out with me today. As always, everything I'm associated with is down in the description box below: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Drop a comment as well. It really helps out with the algorithm. If you do any of those three things, you'll become my new favorite person. And with that, I will see y'all in the next one.